Welcome to Room 408. I'm Bisa. Today, to help us with our English listening, we're going to be reading a story about a mom and her worries regarding one of her daughter. Let me know if I go too fast, and I'll try to adjust my speed in the future. Let's do this. Told my daughter that life isn't high school, and if it was, she would be the loser now. My daughter is 24, Kelly, and my younger daughter is 23, Sarah. They both had very different high school experiences. Kelly was very social and in different sports. Sarah was very academic and had a small group of friends. Kelly got a sports scholarship for college, but soon dropped out of college after she failed multiple classes. She basically partied and did her sports and nothing else. Sarah went on to finish her degree and is doing well in life. Kelly has a jealousy issue, and I have talked with her before about it. She is never happy when Sarah has an accomplishment. Today, Sarah told us that she is going on a cruise for her vacation this year. Kelly always wanted to go on a cruise and couldn't afford it with her waitress job. In the car, she blew up saying that Sarah was a loser in high school, so it isn't fair that she has all this now. She went on for a bit until I had enough. I told her that life isn't like high school, and if it was, she would be the loser now. This started an argument, and she called me a boo. Told my daughter that life isn't high school, and if it was, she would be the loser now. Ooh. Okay. That sounds like they had quite the feisty argument in that car. Holy moly. Woo. Yo. Especially between siblings, man. Wow. I think it's harder to overcome jealousy when it has to do with a family member. Because those guys are always gonna be there. Unlike other people in society. You could just, block them on social media or just avoid, seeing them or hearing from them. But if it's family, that is kind of harder. So if it is any jealousy between members, oof. But then, I don't know, I'm thinking, that's probably normal, right? It probably occurs a lot more often than, imagine it. I know this story is about Kelly having a hard time. But for some reason, reading it made me think that, dang, Kelly is really lucky to get to feel this emotion while also having a parent that can be honest with her in saying that she's wrong. This part would definitely depend on how it's said. As in, I don't know about the mom using the word loser in that context. I don't think the mom was wrong in confronting Kelly about this situation, because if it's not said now, Kelly would have to hear from someone else we'll have to hear from someone else at some point. And maybe that's when it's a little too late. I'm really curious how the argument in that car happened, because I'm just imagining. So Kelly is mad that Sarah is doing well. And she's like, wait, how's that possible? You were a loser in high school. How come you get to have all these good things? And then your mom tells you, well, Sarah is doing well now. Which means if we're in high school right now, you're actually the loser. I don't know. Whoa, it kind of seems like an intense scene. So I'm very curious how Kelly took that information. It definitely looks like she got mad. But I'm personally wondering what was going through Kelly's mind. If she understood what the mom meant. Not in the harsh way, but in the sense of things have changed. I don't know. I feel like it would be cool to see a movie that goes in depth on that whole discussion that could have taken place or that took place. I don't know. I'm thinking that feeling of jealousy. I think it's very, very normal for every person to feel jealousy. So that's not a surprise. I'm guessing the part where jealousy becomes like a minus or becomes really bad is when instead of simply feeling jealous and maybe wondering how to overcome it, I think the part that makes it really bad or brings a minus result to us is probably when we make ourselves feel miserable for another person's accomplishments. I personally don't think that jealousy as an emotion is bad, but I do think it becomes worse if you end up making yourself feel miserable in the process of feeling the emotion. I mean, because I have a feeling there are people out there who feel jealous and instead use that feeling to motivate themselves to do something even bigger. Those guys are so cool. Wow. Role model. I'm guessing in Kelly's case though, that's probably what's happening to her. She's feeling miserable about it. So instead of thinking of different ways to elevate where she currently is or elevate her current situation, she's more focused on why it doesn't make sense that only Sarah is getting the good stuff. So I think, the emotion of jealousy itself is not wrong. But at the pace it's going, it won't change the fact that Kelly will continue to not be happy if she keeps on going this way. I'm hoping that maybe Kelly at some point will be able to, instead of looking at Sarah only and wondering why Sarah has stuff, it would be really, really cool if Kelly can start looking at herself, like paying more attention to herself in order to elevate her own personal growth. Like, all that energy on someone else. If she could turn it back and work on herself, that would be so cool. I feel like Kelly, based on the personality she had in high school, I feel like she could be a go-getter. And probably just didn't have much guidance. This situation seems especially hard for Kelly though. I know, because based on what the mom is saying, Kelly seems like one of those people that peaked in high school. Like they were really up there in high school. Very popular. Everyone knew them. They were the ones that people aspired to be like in high school. And usually, isn't high school like, as kids, that's our first exposure to society. And it's that period where we actually start to feel competition and we develop stronger feelings. And we even make like some lifelong friendships over there. So it's like it feels like before you step out into the actual world, high school feels like the pre-outside world. It already feels like we're out there, but we're actually not. But we already get to experience what the outside could be like because there's a lot of different people gathered in one spot. And I'm thinking that, in that kind of environment, if you're someone who has already peaked, who has already made it there, I have a feeling that usually means it can be harder for that person to realize that outside high school and into the actual society, things can get even harsher in that we have to get stronger to be able to make it in life. So, I don't know. If in high school, you get to see yourself as a successful person so early on, I have a feeling that it kind of distorts your perception of life. In this case, Kelly's perception of life. And because we have that distortion of perception, we think if we just keep going at this pace, we're good. And that's probably, I'm guessing, this is my guess, I'm guessing that's probably what happened to Kelly. Which is why I'm thinking, whoa, it's gonna, for Kelly to be able to step past that, she would have to break down the way that she views the world in general. And to change that, I don't know, that doesn't sound easy. I'm aware that when you're successful, it's very, very helpful in like boosting our confidence. These days, you kind of hear the advice that rather than success on a platter, I've been hearing people say that the most important skill to have is actually the skill to be able to come back after you fail something. I don't think Kelly was able to get that in high school. This sounds pretty hard for Kelly to do. Just to clarify, I hope, please, I'm hoping that Sarah, please continue to shine and do well. Sarah, you're doing well. And I kind of want to support Kelly, that Kelly, you've got this. Things are just getting started. At the pace you're going right now, you might continue to stay in high school. It is hard. It is harder to I mean, what did they say? They said, what, you as humans, we don't like change, but things are always changing. I don't know. I think Kelly got this. She probably just needs a little bit more reflection, self-reflection, and looking a little bit more looking inside, inward her, acknowledging some the things that she's really good at, and also acknowledging the fact that she has to start over. Or more like maybe acknowledge the fact that she's allowed to get back up. That failure is okay as long as she gets back up. I'm hoping that Kelly can learn to feel comfortable in knowing that it's okay to fail, and that the most important part is learning to get back up. After that, it might not be easy, but that sounds like the conversation this family is headed for. I'm hopefully they have this conversation. I do think there was probably a better way to convey this to your child. I feel like the mom's comeback was a very smart one, but I don't know. Is it? There's probably a better way to say that, right? Without saying it that way, in a way that Kelly will be more receptive to it. I don't know. I'm also not aware of Kelly's personality in general, so I'm not sure if she would actually the words being said would matter. What the message the mom was trying to convey, I don't think it was wrong. I do think there was a better way it could have been said. I do think there was a better way it could have been said. I actually don't know what that better way is. Dude, I don't know. If anyone has an opinion on this, has any thoughts on how they would have approached this situation, or simply or if anyone has an idea on better ways to be able to convey this to someone else. I'm actually curious. Do you guys think this mom was in the wrong, or was actually right in what she said? I'm curious how you guys would frame your thoughts and what kind of discussions you could have with people regarding this topic in general. And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.